Every so often, a game doesn't just entertain you, it haunts you a little. Not haunting in a scary way with jump scares or emotional cutscenes, but with something harder to pin down. A kind of nostalgic resonance. The kind that surfaces when you remember a special little game out of nowhere. And for a second, you can feel it again. The sounds, the rhythm, the music, the weird little rituals burned into your muscle memory. For me, that game is Lode Runner. The Legend Returns. A quirky blend of puzzle and platforming, it somehow transforms gold collecting and monk dodging into a ritualistic dance. Pixelated, precise, and oddly profound. So here's the backstory. Lode Runner originally came out in 1983, created by Douglas E. Smith. It was groundbreaking, one of the first games to ever have a level editor. Total pioneer stuff. Then, years later in 1994, Sierra Online teamed up with Presage Software and gave us a full reimagining. Lode Runner. The Legend Returns. This wasn't just a facelift. They built something weirdly elegant, slick visuals, original music that sticks with you years later, unique game features and level designs that tickle the neurons in your brain just in the right place. The goal is simple. Collect all the gold in level, then escape before the monks catch you. Sounds easy, right? It's not. You can't attack them, but you can outsmart them. You dig holes, not to escape, but to trap your enemies. You lure them, trick them, delay them. It's all about outthinking the system. The levels, tiny puzzles, but each one demands patience, planning, and a touch of improvisation. What makes The Legend Returns so engaging is just how the game constantly shifts its mechanics and environment. In the game itself, you'll deal with ropes to climb, sticky traps, gas traps, drills, bombs. And you're not just collecting gold, you're interacting with the world in meaningful ways. You're setting traps, timing collapses, blasting through walls, and dancing with danger. It turns a basic collect the coins premise into something live, something strategic. Every new level feels like a fresh kind of brain teaser. But you know what really cemented this game's legendary status? It was a level editor. This wasn't just some tacked on bonus, it was a full sandbox, letting you design your own fiendish levels using all the tools from the main game. It felt powerful. You weren't just a player anymore, you were a designer, a puppet master. You could create serene logic puzzles or chaotic monk mazes, test your friends, or challenge yourself in ways the devs never imagined. And here's what was wild. This was 1994. Most games back then barely let you save your progress, let alone build entire worlds. The idea of handing creative tools to the player, the way Forge did in Halo 3 or Super Mario Maker would decades later, that was rare, almost unheard of. Lode Runner wasn't just ahead of its time, it gave you the keys to the machine. And here's the thing, this editor didn't feel like a toy, it felt like an extension of the game's core philosophy. Lode Runner teaches you to think in systems, to observe patterns, manipulate space, and execute plans. So when you start building levels, you're not just placing tiles. You're crafting experiences. It's like a puzzle that breathes. The solutions aren't just clever, they're satisfying. And that's the heart of the game's appeal. Clarity and creativity. Every level can be solved. Every trap has a counter. The monks have been doing it for years. Predictable, but relentless. The systems, fair, but ruthless. It's not just gameplay, it's discipline, it's logic, and it's expression. Okay, let's talk about the vibe. Because the vibes are great. Because this game doesn't just entertain, it casts a spell. You boot it up, and that first level theme kicks in. And suddenly, you're not just in a game. You're in some forgotten underground temple. Quiet, sacred, ancient. It's not epic. It's not intense. It's intoxicating. The music, the stillness, the deliberate pacing, it all makes you feel like you're unearthing something. Not just gold, but memories, mysteries. This game feels like a ritual. A quiet, clever ritual where the reward isn't just you win. It's that moment when everything just clicks. Lode Runner: The Legend Returns didn't need to be this good. It could have been a simple remake, a nostalgic nod to the past, a quick cash grab. But instead it became a quiet masterclass in puzzle design, atmosphere, and player expression. And then there's that feeling. That strange, sacred stillness. The soft echo of the music. The silence between your moves. That moment when the last piece of gold is yours, the monks are trapped, and the exit glows like salvation. And then, that sound. That low, satisfying suction, like being pulled through a vacuum. Not a chime, not a cheer, not a ding. Just this quiet whoosh. Like the world folding in on itself and letting you slip out. It's a small sound, but it carries weight. Finality, but also possibility. Like stepping through the exit isn't just leaving. It's moving forward into something unknown, something next. It's not a triumph, it's not adrenaline, it's something quieter, something deeper. The feeling of a puzzle well solved, a world fully understood, a system that finally makes sense and lets you go. It's a quiet escape. One you carry with you long after the screen fades to black. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.